On a scale of 0 to 100, how confident are you then that you will be in heaven?
60.
60? What would you say?
Say
60 to 70? Do you think it's possible to be 100% confident that you will be in heaven?
I think you can be, but it's not realistic.
Yeah.
Could I give you a verse that actually tells us that we can?
Okay.
How's it going, y'all? Doing well. I have a question for you guys if you have a minute. How do we get to heaven, in y'all's opinion?
If you've been saved,
How are we saved?
you accept Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior.
Exactly. So I'd hope you answer the same. So with that, on a scale of 0 to 100, how confident are you then that you will be in heaven?
That's a good question.
Probably 6.
That's a good question.
Is that a 6 or a 6D?
Oh no, about it. Oh, from 0 to 100?
Yeah, 0 to 100.
Okay, 60.
You're not the first person to confuse that.
60.
60? What would you say?
Say 60 to 70.
60 to 70? Why both of those? 60 or 60 to 70?
Oh, I've got work to do.
Yes.
I'd say we all do, right?
Yeah.
Repent.
Right. So here's why I asked that question. Do you think it's possible to be 100% confident that you will be in heaven?
I think you can be, but it's not realistic.
Yeah.
Could I give you a verse that actually tells us that we can?
Okay.
1 John, chapter 5, verse 13 says, I write these things to you who believe in the name of the Son of God. Talking about us believing in Jesus, right? That you may know you have eternal life.
Okay.
Not that you would think, but that you would hope.
Because actually, there are no deeds that we can do would make us acceptable enough to go to heaven.
Exactly that. And that's why my answer to that same question, 0 to 100, used to be probably like 50, 60%. Maybe if it was a good week, I didn't sin too much, like 80%. Feel pretty good, right?
Right.
But in that, you can see what I was actually trusting in to get me into heaven. It wasn't entirely Jesus Christ. It was still subtly my own actions getting me there. Do you guys know Galatians much? Off the top of your head?
Not like that, but I know Galatians.
I'm still waiting for one person to know it. So you're not alone in that. Do you remember what Paul was rebuking the Galatians for?
No.
So the Galatian church, they were saying, yes, have faith in Jesus Christ. But they were also trying to add the one law of circumcision on top of that, saying that you have to have both of these to be saved. Paul's rebuke to them is some of the harshest in the entire Bible, especially of Paul's letters to the churches. He says in chapter 3, "O foolish Galatians, who has bewitched you?" And then in chapter 5, he wraps it up by saying that if you accept circumcision being one of the laws, paraphrasing that part because I can't remember exactly how, but he equates circumcision to just any of the law, that if you accept circumcision, Christ will be of no advantage to you. Why do you think that is?
Say that one more time.
So Paul said to the Galatian church that we're trying to add the one law of circumcision in addition to faith in Jesus Christ. Paul said that if you accept this, Christ will be of no advantage to you.
Because that's not a determinant factor.
Exactly. And it's specifically a disqualifying factor. Because he says just after Christ will be of no advantage to you, that you've fallen from grace. What would you define grace as?
Because now I'm thinking about Lucifer when he fell from grace.
Right.
Grace is heaven. Right?
Heaven is full of grace, yes. But specifically, grace is undeserved kindness.
Undeserved kindness.
Undeserved kindness or undeserved mercy. If you have to do a work in order to get grace, is it still undeserved or is it now deserved? Exactly. That's why adding any of our works to grace makes it no longer grace. And Paul says this exactly in Romans 11, verse 6, that just after he's been talking about that we're saved by grace and that God will hold a remnant through to the present time, he then says, for if it is by grace, it is no longer on the basis of works. Otherwise, grace would no longer be grace.
Because now we would have to do other things that we have to.
Exactly, because now you're trying to merit something undeserved.
Food for thought.
Exactly, and I'd encourage you, check everything I said against the Bible, of course.
Look, I'm sitting up here remembering everything. John, Galatians.
1 John 5:13,
Okay, 1 John 5. What was the last one you just said?
Romans 11, verse 6.
Thank you so much.
Of course, God bless y'all.